No, because I tell you, the way we manage things, we keep our focus on what we need to do to improve. We're trying to build a program, and when you're growing a program, you've got to focus on the task at hand, which is, in our case, developing younger players and get everybody up to speed with really understanding the culture of what it takes to be a championship program and what it takes to play at a championship level. I mean, we've got young guys that we're dealing with every day, and it's just day in, day out. It's a task at hand. We're teaching. We never stop teaching.
Are other coaches involved in the dismissal process? In other words, are you guys involved in that at all?
No, we're always in the loop, and Charlie's got core values that we follow. Everybody knows them. We all believe in them. Know what we have to do. They're about the right things. They're one of the things I've always respected most about Charlie, why I'm with him, is because he believes in the things it takes to be a successful human being. And he takes a role, unlike a lot of people I've been around in this profession, that he's a father figure, and that he really cares about what a person, a player in this case, becomes in later life. So he's an outstanding role model. And
to clarify, do you guys find out about it after the fact?
Not. It depends. It depends on the situation. To be honest, it just depends. Things that are just really family business that I can't really. And it's not really for public to know. But we're in the loop when need be.
You know Charlie very well. How much does it take out of him to have to dismiss?
It kills him. He always. I've seen this guy believe in so many people, and I can remember times at Louisville. I knew that there was something bad for the team, and he saw something in some individuals. I can think of a couple particular cases, and he changed people's lives. But here's the key: they wanted their lives changed, and sometimes it doesn't work. That's the unfortunate thing about what we all do in life, whether it's raising our kids. In our case, coaches, you want it to always work. But he's the last guy to ever give up on a kid. The last. I can tell you that.
Shawn, Charlie was talking about Tyrone on Monday. He was talking about film study.
Yeah.
You kind of insinuated maybe he wasn't the hardest or most serious studier of tape, but now he kind of recognizes that.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
That's true. That's true. He's taken ownership in what it takes to be a great player. I mean, Ty's got a lot of development left, but what he has done, the number one thing I've tried to get him to understand is developing the character it takes, the work ethic it takes. My first question to him was, what is it at the end of your career? How do you want your career to look? And then, now what's your plan on getting there? And then along the way, I've taught him things he needs to know to get there. It's a process with a quarterback. Especially he's coming from a background from a smaller high school. He needed, a lot of football work plus what we're doing. And then, he's had to develop what all of them have to develop, and that's the management aspect. You hear me talk about a lot. And he's putting in the work necessary. He's not a finished product, as you guys know. But what I love about Ty is I love his character. He's got outstanding character, and that character is what's going to enable him to find his goal. I really believe that in the end. Whenever his career ends here, he will have found something pretty special because he's got great character, and with that character comes a work ethic. He realizes what it takes to achieve a goal.
Kind of along those lines, with the sort of the other seniors, Malcolm, Jay Gray, John Harrison, like that. This team got big plays out of its seniors last year.
Right.
To reel off the chemistry. What Is Malcolm, Jager, are they doing those types of things you're talking about?
Yeah, they're all, those two guys, I've talked a little bit about it last time. Those two guys are great teammates. They're great examples of what we want as coaches. I mean, yeah, they always do. They always are guys who prepare, and they've got a master coach in their room in T-Rob that he's been around the professional business, and he teaches them like a pro.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys are always well prepared. They're just they're great teammates because they understand we're developing a line. We're developing younger players have been pressed into action, and they're encouraging on the field. They keep a great work ethic, on and off the field. They got a lot of purpose in their work because they know they have to keep the ante up because they, like you said, they're guys who have made plays around here and been a part of a lot of good football.
And Shawn, from a number standpoint, now that David is retiring, do you think you need to find another quarterback for this class?
In this class, we've talked about it. We'll look into that market. We honestly, we've got to create all the positions. It can be said for quarterback as well as all of them. Obviously, on our side of the ball, we need to keep creating competition in that room, and I want competition in the room. I like to have, 4 or 5 guys in that room that are, that are after each other every day. We just built a deal there at Louisville, and Teddy Bridgewater was chasing Will Stein when he first showed up, and then Will Gardner started chasing Teddy Bridgewater, and then kept bringing guys in. They start chasing people. So when the room gets competitive, that's when you have, that's when you start playing your best football because you have to compete every day. You have to have competition in your classrooms.
Another starting tackle is going for good now. You've already lost a center, another tackle is going to definitely.
God, you're the dark.
Are you going to have to compensate for this line all year, or is this line ever going to be a strength this year? Do you think?
Yeah, we're going to be developing. Yeah, I mean, we have to develop it into a strength. That's our job.
Can that happen before the end of the year or not?
That's our job. We've got to stay. We can't worry about what it is. Our job is to coach. They call us coach, and we got to be resourceful and in how we develop them, and we got to have a plan for their development. And I'm glad we have Joe because he's an excellent coach, a master coach. He's got a plan for their development, and we just got to stay true to it and keep developing and bring people in to help us.
How many linemen would you say you trust to play in a game right now?
I'm gonna trust those 5 guys to walk out there. First. Those 5 kids, they have done everything we've asked them to do, and they're working their tail ends off, and we're getting some of the younger kids up, and working with them now to, be there in case, if nothing else for our future. So we've made, really, made a youth movement in the 2s that's helping us, develop our depth for further, for the future. And we're working hard with those kids that we have. That's what we've got. We've got to work with it.
Shawn, for the offensive line where everybody needs to kind of know where everybody else is,
Mhm.
continuity is such a big thing. How challenging has it been plugging in all these new guys? That particular position?
It's been tough. No one coach is going to lie to you and tell you it isn't tough because one of the biggest things is the continuity. Having a group that works together, that understands the same looks, that trigger the same calls, that play off each other, and that's just that's the part with us. To create the resourcefulness for them, that we stay consistent in what we do conceptually with them, and we keep drilling the same things over and over until they get it. Now the good thing is we've got Jake's learned fast. He's a fast learner, so he's helped us, and he had a great example in front of him, in Dom. So he's ahead of his learning curve. We just need to, we just have to keep developing the others around him too.
So is it a different challenge going into Kansas or Colorado, Nebraska? I don't know if you worry about teams being a little flatter since Kansas has been at the bottom of the league for so long.
Right now, where we're at in our program, we're taking care of us. We have to take care of us. I mean, the bottom line is we're not anywhere near happy about where we're at and what we need, what we have to accomplish. So no disrespect intended, but we have to, it's about our team. We're trying to develop a program. My whole attention is on us. Obviously we're game planning, and have respect for their scheme and their players. But really, my attention's focused on us. We need to do a great job of developing our players and giving them a chance to be successful.
Coach Tyrone only has one interception in 2 games, so I know you don't throw it 50 times a game, but can you talk about his decision making?
He's been really good in his decision making. The one that he actually that shows on his chart doesn't really belong to him. It was in an error in a blocking assignment, and he's made really good decisions. He's made excellent decisions. It goes back to what we've talked to a few times. He's been an excellent student. After spring ball, he got his feet on the ground, and I think he was, unhappy with the way he played in the spring game, the way he started. He took that personal, which was really good. That was a really good sign for me. That showed me he had pride and he had character, and he really aspired to do something. So he has put in a really good summer, had a good training camp, and he was competitive with David. And then when he had his opportunity, he was ready. So he's everything I've hoped he would become, to be honest with you. When you see him walk in the room, you guys have all seen him, obviously, you go, whoa, that's a good-looking dude. And you think, well, that's what they look like. And now the task is to get him to play up to that.
Is he night and day from that spring game?
Night and day. It's not even close. Where he's at right now. And, he's such a humble kid, and, he's got me to keep him that way because I know what it looks like to, I know what the great one looks like. So, I know there's a lot out there for him to go achieve. And so we keep his feet on the ground, and that's who he is. He was raised in that home. So it's easy to keep him motivated and keep him moving forward.
I think defenses are going to start taking out that rollout bootleg.
Shh.
Oh.
We're always going to try to change up the launch points on people several different ways, and I've always done that in my career. People do try to take that away from us, and Ty has become pretty proficient back there in the pocket too, and the way we don't just run plays. We attack schemes and what they do defensively, and we change up some of the route combinations that we work based on what kind of coverage they play. So Ty has been able to grasp all that conceptually, and I think that's really helping him in the pocket aspect of it. So I like where he's headed as a pocket passer too.
Are you expecting Greg Daniels to play on Saturday?
That's a hope right now. We'll know more as we continue to get through this week. He's been back working with us, and he's right now, looks like he's looking good right now. We'll see how he holds up as the week wears on.
Let's do 2 more. Against UCLA, saw jet sweeps and 2 running backs in the backfield at the same time. How many bells and whistles does this offense have? And have they always been there? Are you plugging them in week by week?
They're always been there. We what we've done is a little bit differently. We've moved forward in some aspects because of our situation. We've tried to create and get more touches for those 2 tailbacks, get them on the field at the same time, use the receivers in different ways, create other touches other than conventional football, which is, I hope it's smart, we think it is. We're trying to get the ball distributed several different ways because that's just where we're at right now.
You go home now, or you stay up here till 10 o'clock?
Dude, 10 o'clock's a short night. In fact, call me at 11, I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.